And I have to give a shout out to Ellen DeGeneres because, yes, Ellen's show ended yesterday after 19 seasons. 19 seasons. And Ellen is going to go down in history as one of the queens of daytime. And this is because Ellen changes people's lives. And I tell you, I was so inspired by a moment that she had with her sidekick, Stephen Twitch Boss. Yeah, y'all remember Twitch? Is it So You Think You Can Dance? I would always watch Twitch on there, and I remember when Twitch got married, he's one of the nicest men around. And so Twitch went from teaching Ellen a dance routine for the show to becoming one of her best friends. So Twitch is not the only person whose life Ellen changed. Ellen changed my life. And it's because when I had a hard time getting booked on talk shows, people didn't know who I was. And so Ellen took a chance on me. And I remember Ellen used to dance with everybody. She would come into the audience and she would dance. And at the time, my assistant said to me, she said, Sherry, none of the guests ever dance with Ellen. You should go out and dance with Ellen. So when the music played and it said, welcome, Sherry Shepherd, I went out there, I bent Ellen over, I was hitting her on the booty. We were dancing together and it made her laugh. And then she kept bringing me on the show, I became the most booked person to come on Ellen's show. I did. Yeah, followed by Betty White was behind me and the woman from Gilmore Girls, the star of Gilmore Girls.
Lauren Graham?
Lauren Graham. So it was us three. And not only that, Ellen gave me my own segment on the Ellen show. It was called The Shepherd Report. I had my own theme song, and I sat next to Ellen, and I would do pop culture. And Ellen said, you know, she says, because I'm so nice, like, you can do it sassy, like, and so she would bring me on the show. She took me everywhere. So I would do, like, if you watch Ellen, she took me to the training camp for the Olympics, and I did the luge, and I did all kinds of stuff. And Ellen, when I had Jeffrey, she sent me a ton of gifts for Jeffrey. And when The View was looking for a co-host, Ellen was on the red carpet, and they said, who do you think should be a co-host? She said Sherry Shepherd. That's what she said. And every time I would call Ellen and ask her for advice about anything, she always called me back to give me advice. Ellen even asked me, I had a meeting with her, and she said, in your wildest dreams, what do you want to do? A talk show? You want a sitcom? And she was going to produce something. She just got so busy, it wasn't able to happen. But I tell you, when I asked her, she brought me back for her last season. I was one of her guests. And when I said, Ellen, I am about to have my own talk show. Can you give me some advice? Thank you, y'all. I said, can you give me some advice? And she said, Sherry, I don't have any advice for you. You got this. So, Ellen, thank you, Ellen. It's a rare breed of people like Ellen DeGeneres who actually will help somebody and help them come up. And so I'm so thankful for Ellen and 19 seasons. Golly, that's just amazing. So,
oh, that's emotional.
It's super emotional.
Yeah.
You know, watching this for me made me happy that Ellen kind of changed the narrative on how she was going to end her legacy. Because a year and a half ago, we thought it was done. We thought, you know, people are going to only remember her by the negative things. And I think for her going back that last season and putting on a brave face and going up against those rumors and those accusations and just reminding people who she truly is was one of the smartest things, because you can go out and do that final bow. She deserves that final bow.
You know, what people have to remember is that Ellen has done a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, she actually started my career in daytime talk. And I've seen her work. I've seen the people behind the scenes work. And all I ever saw was just some people trying to make a talk show.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all I ever saw. The energy was always there. She's given out. I've seen her give people who's had homes burned to the ground, get the money to give them so they can rebuild their homes.
100%.
She's giving students money. She's giving, deserving teachers money. This is the reason why she was able to go out on her terms.
That's right.
Because no matter what you want to say behind the scenes or whatever accusations, I was there. All I saw was some people trying to put on. And this is the thing. Doing this talk show, and I've done a lot of talk shows, yes, it gets hectic at times. Yes, there are times when things don't go completely right. But overall, this is a good woman.
Yeah.
Get on TV, 19 seasons, and doing good for people, having good ratings, having all of Hollywood come to your seat. If you're not a halfway decent person,
listen. When you're at the top, not everybody's gonna like you.
Yes.
And especially when you're running a show of this magnitude, you're gonna have situations where you're gonna be not so likable.
Yeah.
The point is that most of the time, this woman, what she does is amazing. And let's not forget, way back in the beginning of her career, where she had her talk show, and she came out and her show was canceled.
Yeah.
Remember? So she really...
You talking about the sitcom.
The sitcom that she had, she came out, and that had to be an awful time for her.
Yes.
She overcame that. She really made a stance for the gay and lesbian community at the time, because nobody had really come out on a TV show on their own sitcom. So that was groundbreaking for her at that time, and she suffered for it and came back bigger than ever.
Because she said, when my sitcom got canceled, and as a stand-up comic, when your sitcom gets canceled, you're thinking it's over.
Yeah.
And then she came up with this talk show. And it's like she did it for 19 seasons. And I've sat there, and I've seen the good that she has done. And I just want to say thank you. She is going to be missed. Just like when Oprah left, there was a void.
Yeah.
Now there's going to be a void that she's gone.
Well, speaking of Oprah was on the show, and she said that she advised Ellen to take some time off. Do you think Ellen will listen?
No.
Probably not.
I don't think so either. I think comedians are addicted to the applause.
No, it's not that we're addicted. Because look, my show got canceled. The Real. Where am I?
Well, you came over here because you like the applause, which Gary is not getting much of.
It's one person. I appreciate you, Gary.
Let me say something. I don't think comedians are addicted to the applause, but I do think, as David Letterman put time and effort into that show and said, you know what, I need a break. I've been doing 180 shows for the last 19 years of my life. It's time for a break. The minute you have that break, there's something in your brain that says, oh, snap, what am I going to do next? I need to get back out there. I think for Ellen, what she's going to find is what Howard Stern has. Howard Stern has a radio show that he can control, that he can do at his own time. He can do it from the luxury of his own home. And I think that's what Ellen's going to probably do next.
She's got the money. Let me tell you something.
It's not about the money. It's about once you have the air up there, once you have the air up here in this stratosphere, you don't want any other air.
I got you, but let me tell you, the late, great Joan Rivers told me, she says, never take a break. When Hollywood is ready for you to take a break, they'll give you one. So that's what we as comedians go by. So I don't think she's going to take a break because she loves entertaining people.
Yeah. Ellen DeGeneres signed off for the last time yesterday. The comedian and television host was greeted with a 2-minute
Getting choked up, Sam?
Yeah. So, with a 2-minute standing ovation from her audience before giving her final opening monologue. Her first guest on her show way back in 2003 was Jennifer Aniston, and she was also her last. Ellen asked Aniston how she dealt with the end of her hit TV show, Friends. Take a look.
How did you deal with that?
Well, the ending of Friends. Well, I got a divorce and went into therapy. And then I did a movie called The Breakup. I just kind of leaned into the end.
When she was on Friends. We're just commenting on how gorgeous Jennifer Aniston is. She doesn't age. She aged backwards. Ellen closed the show with some words of compassion. Take a listen to what she said.
By opening your heart and your mind, you're going to be that much more compassionate. And compassion is what makes the world a better place. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I feel the love, and I send it back to you. Bye.
Wow. And when she was done, Ellen walked across the stage, took a seat on a couch in front of a TV. Do you guys remember that?
This was her opening.
Yes, mirroring how she began her talk show 19 years ago. I remember that. Unbelievable. Now, you've been on Ellen's show as an audience member.
As an audience, yeah, not a guest.
So
Good
what
to
is
clarify.
this? Is this crazy?
Listen, I know Tori's rolling her eyes over here,
no.
but I'm happy for her. She's changed a lot of lives. She's done a lot for the LGBTQ plus community.
She's a pioneer.
Everyone wants to focus on like this little thing that she's had in her past. 19 years of doing good and changing people's lives. And I mean, an icon as far as TV, daytime television goes. So I got to give her flowers, Erica. I got to give her flowers, and I'm happy for her.
She's the reason I wanted to stand up.
Because you yanked the end of your show, you use her ending.
No, I don't. I
Be
just say
kind to each other.
I say be good to yourself too. First of all, I'm not saying she's awful. I'm saying there was a bad time and toxic environment in which people got fired and things got fixed. She's the reason I wanted to do stand up. I love Ellen. I think she's done a lovely job, and I'm glad she's going to go have time. She's a great guerrilla refugee that she's working on. It's the Diane Fossey. She's picking it up, so she's going to go do her thing. And she really did change the entire narrative. The entire narrative.